Hi guys, well I'm here to explain March Madness. I'm getting a lot of interest already this early in the year for March Madness. A lot of people are asking what it is and how we do it and how we conduct it and whatnot. And that's a really encouraging thing because I know, especially with the addition of Harrison Township, a lot of people have a lot of questions as to how we run March Madness and what it is, how to sign up for it, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to explain that. I should also say Harrison Township, you guys are getting ready to do just a turf competition, meaning it's just based on teams. So usually we have anywhere between 4 to 8 different teams, and those teams are either of 3 or 4 people, and it's all based on your 30 days. So really what we do is we handicap your scores and we throw you into a team, and I'm the one that does kind of all the math and make sure it's a very evenly based match. And you are going to be teamed up with 2 or 3 other people, and all you're doing is just doing your normal workout, but you're going to know that other people are counting on you to score a high score, or at least score what you normally do. So it's nothing too competitive, and it's just something to kind of keep you on task, keep you excited with your workouts, and it's just kind of something to look forward to on the last weekend of January. But what I really want to do is talk about March Madness. Now, March Madness is a different thing. A few of you were involved in Turf Wars. Turf Wars was kind of a gym against gym competition. Now this, March Madness, is a doubles competition. So what that means is you want to try to find a partner who is exactly your level of fitness in terms of Syphus. So, and I can't stress enough how important it is to find somebody who's very, very close to your tempo, your speed, your 30 or 60 day boulder, which I can explain in a second. Because if you think that you're going to advance further and let's say you're a 600 level and you want to get somebody on your team that's a 700 level, that's going to not be the smartest thing, because what you're going to do is you're going to have an average of a 650, and that 700 level person is probably going to finish their exercises quicker than you are, and you'll see how we've developed a workout that's really not a good thing for you, because the person who's used to scoring lower scores will get completely winded and they're not going to be able to help the team out. So you really want to find somebody who's at your level of fitness and can keep up with you, and or you keep up with them. So like last year, I know I partnered up with Frankie. He and I were very, very close in fitness level at that time. So it's very smart for you to go through all the different 30 days, especially rank everybody by 30 days, and find somebody in your turf, in your location, that is close to your fitness level. The reason why it's important is because the way that we do March Madness is that the routines are what we call Pick Your Poison Centaur 2s. And what that means is it's just a checklist of 2 exercises. Okay, so there's going to be 2 exercises. Let's say one's a suicide and one's a bonsai. Both of those exercises are very similar, and in fact they're scored the same in my scoring system. So what you're going to do is one partner is going to do 2 suicides and the other partner is going to choose to do the 2 bonsais. But the person who finishes first cannot move on to the next task until both people of your team or your group or your doubles finishes that task. So something on suicides, that's not a big deal. But you take something like let's say if we partner up like a Venom with a Cyclone, maybe they're ranked the same, but naturally a Venom's going to be a lot quicker. So there's a lot of strategy involved, there's a lot of planning involved. You may want to play to your strengths, which may be cardio, and one person's is overall strength, or maybe somebody else does better at crawling, somebody else does something better at carrying exercises. There's a lot of different facets that can allow you to perform better in the competition. So it's not only advantageous to find somebody who's at your fitness level, but it's also smart to find somebody who can complement maybe the deficiencies that you lack in Syphus training. So that way you guys can kind of come together as kind of one big super team. And it's also good to have a set of communication with your partner. Some people actually go the lengths of looking at the routines, which we post in advance. We'll post usually we post all of the exercises, except for maybe the finals. in advance so you can plan and prepare. So some people actually outside of the gym will sit down and course out what they're going to do and have a plan of attack, and that works for some people. For me, I like to kind of do it based on how I'm feeling in that workout. But yeah, so that's really what it amounts to. Last year we had 16 teams or 32 individuals. I think this year what we're going to try to do is double that. We're going to try to have 32 teams and 64 individuals. So that means we're hoping that a lot of people in Harrison Township will kind of sign up and make this thing a gym-wide competition. And with that, we suggest and recommend that you stay on the turf that you normally work out at. So, like for me, for instance, I'm going to do my competitions on Sinclair Shores' turf because I think that my scores are more likely to be accurate if I'm here on this turf. What I don't want to see happen is somebody who regularly works out at Sinclair Shores and then decides to go work out at Harrison Township, because chances are you may score higher there, or vice versa. If you score a certain number in Harrison Township, you come down here and it's really humid, you may score a lot lower. So we don't want to throw any scores off. And being across gym competition, it's not really Sinclair Shores against Harrison Township or whatever, but there are things where the people that you're going against may be in Harrison Township and you may be going against people in Sinclair Shores. It doesn't really matter who is where. It's just really what it comes down to is you're competing against your own scores. So we base everybody's seed, everybody's handicap is on their 60-day. We don't normally record 60 days for everyone to seed, but that's something I do. I go through each and every person. I'll find out what their collective ROQ or collective boulder will be. And then your goal, let's say you come in as a 650, your goal is to try to beat that 650. And the team that has the best plus or minus over their 60-day is the team to pass on. So it's very possible for two people, let's say you got Bill and somebody like Brian working out together as a team and they're used to scoring 1050. They could be going up against a team that scores 550 and not end up beating that team because they were unable to pass their 60-day boulder. So it makes it extremely fair for everybody. And the workouts, they're definitely difficult, but it doesn't really necessarily matter what your fitness level. Everybody is on the same playing field, and it's just a lot of fun. And on top of it, you'll find out that it is a very, very different sense of energy. The entire month of March, I think it brings everybody closer together. Everybody's kind of, not only are we competitive, but we're also cheering each other on. Last year, I remember we had cheering sections. People would come in to watch like the Final Four and the finals and stuff like that. And in the rare event that you're able to go against the team that you're competing against, and you got 4 people going in at the same time, on the same routine, going against each other, that's really something fun to watch. I mean, I should charge admission for that because it's a lot of fun to see the back and forth, and it's like watching a horse race with people. 1 minute one team's ahead of another, and the next minute another team catches up. So it's really a blast, and it's meant to be fun. I do have the dates written up here. I will have sign-up sheets either probably first thing Monday in Harrison Township, and they're already up here in Sinclair Shores. You'll need to find a partner. You can sign up, the 2 of you. The dates are here. We are going to start in the last weekend of February. So February 27th and 28th, you can choose to do either of those days. All of them are Fridays and Saturdays, so some people may be traveling and whatnot. In that event, just let us know. We will try to accommodate people that can or cannot make a certain time. But the dates are here, pretty much February 27th, March 6th, March 13th, March 20th, and March 27th will be your finals. So if we're lucky enough, we'll start off with 64 pairs of people, or I'm sorry, 32 pair of people, 64 people. It'll be immediately cut in half after that first week, and then each week after that it gets cut in half. So for the most part, most people will not last the entire month, But I would recommend not signing up. Do not sign up if you don't think that you can commit to the entire month of February. And then after that, the winners usually get something. You put your name on a plaque. I think last year we did something else fun for them. Maybe it was T-shirts or something like that. But we usually reward them somehow, some way, just to give them a little bit of recognition. And usually we cap it all off with some type of event, like we did with like the like the winter, the holiday party that we did a couple months back and stuff. So it's just a way to bring this whole community together, kind of rally around pushing yourself, especially during the tough cold winter months. Something to keep you on task, pushing hard, staying in the gym, staying true to New Year's resolutions. It's just a way to keep you involved in Syphus, and you'll find out that it's just really a fun thing to be a part of. So hopefully that clears up a lot of questions. If you don't, or if you do have more questions, feel free to respond to anything either on Facebook or send us an email or ask your instructors. And if you want us to help appoint you a member, we could easily do that, because I could think off the top of my head, if someone's like, hey, I'm looking for a partner, do you have any idea of who would be compatible with me? I know for sure I could point you in the right direction, and I'm quite sure the other instructors could do the same. So yeah, so right now, now's the time to start preparing for this. I know it's maybe it's 6 to 8 weeks away, so it's now's the time to start preparing for it and try to start seeking out who you may be able to partner up with. So March Madness 2015.